What if the person you call you, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings about yourself, what if that is not a real thing? What if it is just your brain running the same loop, over and over again? Neuroscientists just found something wild. The sense of self, your ego, looks a lot like a habit. A circuit. A pattern your brain fires automatically. And here's the part that blew my mind, you can actually interrupt it. Today we are going to go inside your brain, in very simple terms, and figure out, is the ego real, or is it just a neural story you keep telling yourself? Stay with me, because the answer changes everything. Most people think the ego means being arrogant, like when someone is too full of themselves. But in science and psychology, ego just means your sense of I. It is the feeling that there is a you living inside your body. That you have a past, a personality, opinions. Sigmund Freud gave us this word. But today, neuroscientists are going further. They are asking, where exactly in the brain does this I live? And the answer is surprising. It does not live in one place. It is not a thing. It is a process. Like a song playing on repeat. Think of it this way. When you wake up in the morning, before you even open your eyes, within milliseconds your brain has already loaded your name, your worries, your identity. How did it do that so fast? Because it has done it thousands of times before. It is a loop. An automatic pattern. Here is where it gets really interesting. Scientists use brain scanners, called fMRI machines, to watch which parts of the brain light up. And they found something nobody expected. When you are doing nothing, no task, no focus, a specific set of brain regions switches on automatically. They called it the default mode network, or DMN. And guess what the DMN does? It thinks about you. It replays your memories. It worries about your future. It compares you to other people. It rehearses what you should have said in that argument 3 days ago. This network is the seat of the ego. It is your brain's self-talk department. And it runs by default. Meaning, if you are not actively paying attention to something else, it kicks in on its own. In simple terms, your brain has a you channel that plays automatically when you are idle. And for most people, that channel is on 24 hours a day. Now here is the important part. Why does this loop feel so real? Why does the ego feel like you, not just a brain pattern? Because your brain has spent your entire life reinforcing it. Every time you said, I like this, or I don't like that, every time you felt embarrassed or proud, every time you told your story to someone, your brain locked those patterns in tighter. Neurons that fire together, wire together. That is a real neuroscience principle. So the ego is not fake. It is real in the sense that it is a very strong pattern. Like a path in a forest that thousands of people have walked. The grass is gone. The dirt is hard. You just automatically walk that path because it is there. But, and this is the key, it is still just a path. Not the only path. Not a permanent truth. Here is a simple example. You think of yourself as a shy person. Every time a social situation comes up, your brain fires the I am shy loop automatically. You feel the anxiety. You pull back. The loop gets stronger. But is it the truth? Or is it just a well-worn path your brain keeps choosing? Here is the most fascinating part of this whole topic. There are moments in life when the ego loop, the DMN, temporarily turns off. And what people report in those moments is extraordinary. Athletes call it being in the zone. Musicians call it flow. Meditators call it stillness. In all of these states, brain scans show the default mode network goes quiet. The self-talk stops. The I fades. And people describe feeling more alive, more focused, and more free than at any other time. Researchers studying psychedelics, like psilocybin, found the same thing. These substances basically turn the DMN way down. And people have experiences of feeling like the self has dissolved. Many describe it as the most meaningful moment of their lives. This does not mean you should take psychedelics. But it does tell us something huge. The experience of having no ego is not terrifying, it is, according to most people, peaceful. That means the ego is not protecting you from emptiness. It is actually covering it up. So if the ego is a neural loop, can you change it? The answer from neuroscience is, yes, but slowly and with intention. The brain has a property called neuroplasticity. It can literally grow new connections and weaken old ones. But it does not happen by wishing. It happens through repeated, intentional practice. Here are 3 things that are proven to quiet the ego loop and build new pathways. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Even 10 minutes a day of just observing your thoughts without reacting to them. This has been shown in studies to reduce DMN activity over weeks. You are not destroying the ego. You are just turning the volume down. 2. Perspective taking. When you imagine how a situation looks from another person's eyes, you activate a different brain region. This pulls resources away from the self-focus loop. People who do this regularly tend to be less reactive and more creative. 3. Doing hard, focused things. When you are deeply focused, learning a language, solving a problem, playing an instrument, the DMN cannot run. Your brain literally cannot do both at the same time. This is why people who stay mentally active often report less anxiety and more satisfaction. So, is the ego real? Yes and no. It is real in the way a habit is real. It exists. It affects your life. But it is not a fixed, permanent truth. It is a pattern. And patterns can be changed. The you that woke up this morning, that voice, that identity, it is not your prison. It is just your brain's current favorite story about who you are. And the most exciting thing neuroscience has shown us is this: you are also the one who can write a new story. If this blew your mind a little, good. That's the feeling of a loop breaking. Hit subscribe if you want more ideas like this, explained simply. And let me know in the comments, what is one story your brain keeps telling about you, that might just be a loop?